good man. And is
Tyler, and I'm going to touch your hand when I say this. Go put on your wigs and your heels and come back to me woman to woman.
Beautiful people, welcome back to this channel. Thank you so much for clicking. And if it's your first time coming on this channel, I want to say you're welcome and thank you so much for your support. So today I have a video for you and we're going to talk about injustice. If I said this video is controversial, I would be lying because most of reaction just say outright what this is about, you guys. So in this video, Tyler Perry explains, of course, I'm going to put on some stitches. There's a lot of reaction into this video. And guys, I don't know. I was enjoying myself watching all these replies and stitches and different reactions. I could bring down the world to you, but you know, I just can't bring enough on this channel. Anyway, he goes on to say, he was explaining to say, even if a man loves you and you are together, I'm paraphrasing, of course. A man loves you and you're together and you know, he honors you and everything. And if he's able to pay a light bill for something and you, probably as a black woman, you earn more money, you're able to pay for the mortgage and etc. He goes about all these big bills, then you should be okay. He knew that these women were going to come for him. And they're talking about Tyler Perry. I love me some Tyler Perry. But guys, I don't think that's right because really I have seen many different things. There's some sort of a percentage of insecurity that still kicks in every little while, and they will try and by all means find meaning in what you're saying. Is it because you're not earning more, or is it because you're not earning more? Is it because I'm not working and you're working? You know, that kind of speech. And sometimes as a woman you may not even be thinking about it, but it always just kicks in. Before I give my own commentary and give it all away, let me just run you through what these guys are saying. And I'll just go raw up the video first of all, and then I'll bring on the stitches for you guys and we talk.
listen, a lot of women, especially black women, and I might get in trouble for saying this, but I will. In our society right now, black women are making a lot more money for the most part than black men, right? There are a lot of black men who are successful, but for the most part, black women are making the money. So if you can find love, if that man works, you know, at whatever job and is a good man and is good to you and honors the house and honors his wife and does what he can because his gift may not be your gift.
Exactly.
That is okay. That's not somebody who's beneath you.
Yeah.
That's somebody who came to love you at your worth, right?
Yes.
And as long as he's secure in himself to know that, yep, she makes most of the money, all I can pay is the light bill, as long as she's comfortable enough to say, I'm gonna cover the mortgage and all the other stuff, you've handled the light bill, baby, you can take me to dinner every now and then, that is fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But that's so hard for a lot of people to take in because that means, no, I need somebody to, who is, they need to make 5 times more and I got to have, well, go on, keep your list, baby.
Yeah.
God bless you, hope it happens. Go on, keep your list. But when you talk about just someone to love you and support you, I know people whose men can't touch what they make. But when you see them together, that love, that support, that I got you, babe, it's a beautiful thing.
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah.
I remember I was having a conversation with you and I was going, I can admit that I had fallen under that, like, okay, I actually may have misunderstood what meet me at my worth meant. I thought meet me at my worth was meet me at my net worth.
My net worth, right. No, not your net worth.
Right.
At least meet me at my net worth. Yeah,
Okay,
no, that's your net worth. Yeah.
And I was talking to you, I was like, and Tyler, I was like, this, and I've done this, and you're like, wait. Stop. You was like, don't make it about money. And this is when I was like, oh my gosh, like it was like it just went off and I was like, I see what you're saying. You were like, Crystal, I used to do the same thing. I would like be doing all these things for someone or people around me and I'm like, I'm not getting anything in return, you know? And we fall into that sometimes. And you said, but then I thought about it, they can't do for me the way I do for them.
No.
It's just like, they can't.
No.
When you explain it like that, if he is giving you all these other things, then that's something you work with. Like, wow, like this is way deeper.
Yeah, you got to remove the money from the situation because it's just going to cloud it. And then you have your girlfriend and this friend they're saying, girl, he doing this and he ain't got that. And you don't understand the love that we have for each other. If that man works, you know, at whatever job and is a good man And it's
Tyler, and I'm going to touch your hand when I say this. Go put on your wigs and your heels and come back to me woman to woman, because you are speaking from a viewpoint you have never lived out of, honey bunch, okay? You have all this unresolved trauma with your own father, which is why you struggle to hold black men accountable. You yourself have to cosplay a black woman and pander to white America for 30 fucking years just to become the multimillionaire that you are. What I see right now is a gaslighting page right out of Oprah's book. You're scared because you just got this studio and the writers are on strike that when we come back from all of this shit, black women are no longer going to tune into you because we have healed past the point of accepting this type of bullshit as entertainment. I'm willing to bet your entire net worth that you can't make a movie or a television show without the concept of struggle of somebody got to be on the brink of divorce, somebody mama got to have cancer, somebody has to have a wicked baby mama from fucking hell. What I heard was black women should take care of black men and stop expecting black men to be able to take care of them, which makes perfect sense coming from you because you created Medea to sustain Tyler, did you not? I'd have made it better had you turned around and said, black men, you need to learn how to submit to black women, because I'm not going to be the provider and he gets to be the motherfucking lead. He's not leading me into debt. I make enough money for me, but now you telling me I gotta feed 2 mouths? If I could afford it without you, I should be able to afford it 2 times over when I get with you. You would think after painting the black community in such a negative light for the last 30 years, you yourself would know that black men are the most insufferable people on the planet when they don't have any fucking funds. If black women wanted to settle for something less than what we're deserving of, we would simply audition for one of the roles that you're casting for.
he's secure in himself to know that, yep, she makes most of the money. All I can pay is the light bill.
Sorry, anyone who is surprised that Tyler Perry said this has never seen a play, okay, in any of his earlier movies. I've never seen the Boondocks episode that he sued to get off air because they hit the nail on the head, but it can be found online. You have to look it up, type in Boondocks. Also, relationship expert, this is the man who posted about being single with the caption, he's in a midlife crisis. He wrote that himself. Tyler Perry's audience for the longest was middle-aged Christian black women, my mom. A huge portion of all the plays and early movies was about God and the joys and wonder of the Lord. Now, he switched up when he started doing these corn TV shows, and my mom was even like, what's going on? Because that used to be her dude back in the day. But Tyler Perry saying this is not surprising at all. This has always been his message. I'm not going to touch on the colorism, but let's just say rich and usually dark-skinned men were the villains, and they got saved by a brokey light skin. Women got saved. I don't get where the surprise is coming from.
Black women are making a lot more money for the most part than black.
I am not surprised that Tyler Perry is advising black women to settle for less, because that's the exact way he writes all of his films. He is constantly humbling black women through his work, sending the message that men with money can only give you a lifestyle and no love, so you should just be happy with the bus driver. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Men who make a lot less than their woman are usually unhappy about it and take it out on her in some way. Whether it be through verbal abuse or cheating, that man is going to do something to stroke his ego. They're always telling black women what to do, but the message should really be to black men that, hey, these black women are successful and ambitious, so you need to step your game up and meet them where they are.
Especially black women, and I might get in trouble for saying this, but I will.
Yeah, you are getting in trouble for this. Let's really think critically here for a moment. Broke men are mean, they're miserable, insufferable, audacious, and have all the gall in the world. And let's not forget, they're also resentful too, because the woman that they're with who is able to afford her lifestyle, he is mad and he is seething internally because he knows that she can find better at any single moment in time. So you know what happens? Manipulation tactics start. Controlling starts. Abuse starts. And where has that gotten us? Nowhere. Let's focus on a larger scale. Women have married broke men, have procreated with broke men. And where has that gotten them? To be married, single mothers. They're doing it all on their own. And really, broke men can't even provide romance. You want to know why? Let's circle back to what I said in the beginning. Because they are mean, miserable, and insufferable. So instead of telling women, specifically black women, to settle for less, how about we tell these broke ass men to step their cookies up before they crumble? Make this money, and the world will be a better place, maybe. But until then, stop perpetuating these ideas, especially if you're an out-of-touch billionaire.
Yep, she makes most of the money. All I can pay is the light bill. As long as she's comfortable enough to say,
Now, tell me why it seems like only black women are being told to settle. I mean, even the passport bros have figured out by now that no other race of women on the planet are being told to do that. Pick a struggle. How are you, a whole-ass self-made billionaire, advocating for black women to lower their standards rather than encouraging black men to step up to meet a standard? Pick a struggle. How are you advocating for the same kind of struggle up that you write about in your films and TV shows? That ain't goals. Those are cautionary tales. Pick a struggle, Madea.
get in trouble for saying this, but I will.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Why is he in broke people's business? Why is he in broke people's business? Because I guarantee if he woke up one morning and had our salary, he would jump out of a window someplace. At the end of the day, people have to do what's best for them and what works for them. But from experience as a divorcee, this never works. You need to make sure that like the people that you are choosing are equally yoked with you. Otherwise, you as a woman supporting that man like that breeds resentment and contempt. It very rarely ever works out.
Listen, a lot of women, especially black women, and I might get in trouble for saying, as long as she's comfortable enough to say, I'm going to cover the mortgage and all the other stuff, you handle the light bill.
Story time! Story time! I'm currently charging my car right now, so I got time today. So I remember being 11 years old, and it was a Sunday afternoon, and my parents were watching the Home and Garden channel. Now, a little background, my parents have been married 26 years. I grew up middle class, like not rich at all, and yada, yada, yada. So me and my dad, my mom went somewhere, and me and my dad were watching this couple get some yard work done, like basically refurbishing like the entire backyard. And this carpenter came in and did some really cool like patio work. So I looked at my dad and I said, hey, wouldn't it be really cool if I married a carpenter? That way I can get all this cool stuff around the house for free. When I tell you, my father looked me in my eyes. He looked into the windows of my soul in disgust and said, no, I don't want you to marry a carpenter. You marry the man that hires the carpenter. Someone that can not only afford that nice patio that you want, but the house in the backyard that comes with it. My father, as a middle-class man, has higher standards for black women than a billionaire that makes movies for black women. But I learned not to get mad at Tyler Perry for being Tyler Perry. Bye, Madea.
Guys, there's a lot more. Like I mentioned before, I just had to cut because black women, we are not impressed by this itself, because he himself is going through a crisis with relationships and whatnot, and then he's a billionaire. So why are you talking about women being with somebody? Somebody has to show. If they do not have the money, then because things do happen, somebody has to show to say they're really pushing to be that big person for the family. Okay, a man will not just sit comfortably just because my wife earns more and etc. They're not comfortable. Like a real man will not stay comfortable just because the wife will be able to pay bigger bills and he's gonna pay less bills. They are created to be providers, and they're created to be providers big. I mean, on a larger scale, like for a lot of things. So if a man is not gonna make effort, you're gonna see it in many, many forms. Every now and then he's gonna get insecure and just outrightly want to say things that you don't mean, or read the back of your words, or you're saying that because you mean this. Like, it's gonna come out every now and then. Believe me, you guys, it's really gonna come out, especially for a man who's not trying to really just get better and who's gotten comfortable, because that is really being lazy. So I would not advise somebody's daughter. Okay? Because such men that are comfortable in such a situation just have a way of getting it out. Let me know what your thoughts about this really are in the comment section, and I'll meet you there, guys. Thanks for watching.